Greetings to everyone. So this is a continuation of Axis questions. This is question 4. We are trying to answer or to go through this question to see what they can benefit from this. So our video today is about answering this question 4. Here is the question: create a database file called my database read number in the folder you created on your desktop. So I'm expecting someone to have a folder on your desktop you've already created concerning about database. So you're supposed to create a file in database in your access, and you name it as this name. You just name as it is here, then store on your desktop in that folder you created already. So let us go to our access, then from the blank database, then we make sure the file of the name they told us, we just put that name they told us, save as a database file as this, then we just read that name. Make sure you browse your folder on your desktop you created. On my desktop I already created a folder called database, so it's desktop here. So database lessons, this is the folder. I select it, then I open that folder. I make sure the name of the folder which I want to store in the folder is correct, then I click OK. So here you can see when the changes here. If I want to access this file, I should go to desktop on this folder, and I'll be able to locate this one. So there I can create the folder, create the file, or I create that file for that my database. So when I get this the table 1, and this is the interface you're gonna see after creating that file. So let us go back to the question to see what they told us to answer or to act as a guide for today's session. They said create a table in design view and assign appropriate data type. Save it as employee table. This is the name of the table they wanted us to create. So for purpose of validation, enter a rule that will limit amount field to not exceed more than this amount, and change the date format to medium date. So create a form, so let us try it. Then even another then we create a form called employee form, and inside the form record. So this time around we're gonna create we're gonna create a table in designing, then we use form to enter the data. So we're gonna use only the headings or field to create our table. So the following data will be entered using a form. So this is what we are supposed to do. So from there, let us try to go through this question. We see. Let us go to our axis. We turn this table into design view, and we design from there. Then the table name is supposed to be our table name was supposed to be employee. Then we click OK. From there, let us see our first thing. The first field is called ID. So let us leave it because it is matching, but we change the data type since we are seeing a mixture of number and what letter. So instead of auto number, we're gonna choose show text. So another field there is name. So we write their name, but remember these are reserved name, so reserved words in access, so we have to get this warning. So just click up, you don't have what to, nothing to say. So sex, so we must write that word, that is gender. So short text, then another post, then post we must use that word, then I think it is short text, data type, then DOB, that is birth or date of birth, DOB, date of birth, I think it is date of time, and the stock time, date stock time. Then another field is amount, in bracket X, so amount in bracket UVX. So this is what is supposed to have. This I think it's number, and not number, is currency, because we have seen currency. So we suppose no. Here this is, I think this is currency. So here we don't have anything, I think. So select the items. Let us leave short text. So that is it. From there I think we have finished to design our table. Let us go to the question. They said after finishing, there's something we need to put in mind. They said for the purpose of validation, enter the rule that will limit amount fee do not exceed more than this amount. So this is the amount, 91,000. So this is the amount we should put there, 91,000. It's not to be exceeded. So for the validation, this is what we're supposed to put there in the amount field. So let us go to our access. We go to amount field, then under field property, there is what we call validation rule. There we should put greater than, not exceed, not exceed, that is, don't go beyond this, which means must be less than this. You should write less than this. So we should say, let us go to our axis, and we see you should write less than this, 91,000, not 91,000. You can even eliminate that, 91,000. So that is our rule. So our validation text, we can put not exceed, not exceed 91,000, not exceed UG this 91,000. So that is the X you should see. Then they said date and time will change to medium date. You come here and select the medium date. So another thing they said you should do, that is it. Then another thing we should have is to insert the following record. So Another thing we should do, create a form to enter the data. So from there, after designing our table, let us save changes. Okay, let me right click this, then I delete this row. So let me save the changes, then I close this. So after opening the what I've designed, this is what we have. So let us see, because we have here $sign. We can change something. We can change something. So here, since here they talked about this one as our suffix for shilling, for as a currency. When we go to our table, you can see we are having dollars by the default, but let us go to our design and put that one for Uganda. So under currency, here under format, we should write something. Open this quotation, then we we should write there Yogi X, this one shillings, then quotation, we can put that thing, then we close quotation, then we put space, then we put hash, then we can put 00. I think it will work. Then let us save the changes, let us close, then let us reopen. Yes, I want my amount to be in this. So this is our table. This is our table. So from there, after designing that, what am I supposed to have here is that I'm supposed to enter data, these details or data is here below in this table. But this time around, we are not going to use this table direct and we enter here. No. The question is, create a form called this employee entry form, and inside the form the record. So which implies that we're gonna use a form this instead, or this time around, to put this data. So let us go and create a form first. Let us go to our access, then we create a form from query, from a table, employee table. Then we take all the fields, then we click next, then let us leave in that format, next, then we put we call it employee entry form, that is the name they put us, and from there we say finish. So this is the form they told us to create. So from there we're gonna use this one to enter details. So from there, the first person, what is the first person? The ID of the first person is this one. So it is C001. So this C01, C001. Name. The first person is Iga Moses. So Iga Moses. Moses. So This one is supposed to be male. Then post the post technician, post technician, then date of birth, 3 May 99, 3 May 99, 3 date of birth 3 May. Can you use even this one to select the correct what they said May. This May 3, but year, actually year. We first select the year. May. We first select years. It will take time. That's why I don't want to use the calendars, but it's very accurate. That is the good thing. And 3 May, but let me just let me select it. They said 3. I think 3 May. May. Okay. Then I'll come here. I'll just change the year. The year 1996, 1990, I think 1990, 99. I think 1999. Then amount 50. Amount 50. 50,000. I think that is 50,000. So we save that one. So what you write here, it's gonna be saved in your table. Let us open the table and we see. It's not seen there because this form is open. So let us close the form and we open the save. Then we first close this table. Yes, we want to close. So let us open this. You can see what you enter from the form, it will come here. So we use that one to enter until we complete the entire record. So we use this form, and after reaching here, when you finish this person, click here to this button. You go to the next person and you put that detail. When you finish that person, click again. It will go to another person. You click to the new form. After filling here, you fill here like blah blah this code. Blah blah. You put something. You put after putting, maybe after putting, maybe after let me say just select today's date. Then after putting, then from there you go to that one is done. You go to another, click here. The example of the value. Okay. The example, the value here it is beyond. So here I should put like 40. I go to the next new record. So this is a new record. You enter like that. You go to another person. Like for this person, you after entering that person, you go to next like that. So whatever you enter there, it will be saved in this table. So let me close it and you see the other dummy I put. You can see this details. So this one I don't want it. I will just right click and delete this record forever. So that is how we use a form to enter data in a table. So that is it. Let us assume we are clear over there. Let me use somewhere. I copy that data. Let me hope I have it. Let me have it. Let me see. So this is the data I have. So I just want to copy this data somewhere and I transfer to the file which I want. Okay, I want this one, so I'll just see. Okay, let me disable content, open this form, add this table, and paste. So okay, so this is how we supposed to do. Use form for you, use form to put the details. So this, if you go to the next person, you put every until you complete. But me, I will just see copy because I want to save time. So let us go try to answer the part. After filling all the details, create a grade to show all female employees who are programmers and name it programmers. So females that are programmers. So here, just go to create query, add table, and from there close this, add everything, put here, then adjust the distance. So under here, gender, put female. I think we use the capital. If not capital in the table, it will not give us. So post programmer, just write programmer here. Program, I think they use this programmer, P capital, then small r program. If not, they will not give us program. So let me hope everything is okay. Let us run the query. Yes, they have given what we wanted. Female programmer, that is what we want. They said this query is supposed to be saved as programmer. So let us save this query programmer. So let us save this query programmer, then click OK. I think that is done. Another part, they said if the employee so let us go and let us continue. Let us go on with this part B. If the employees pay a tax of 15% of the amount, create a query to compute for tax in a new field. Name the tax. Save this query revenue tax. So in simple terms, that if you pay tax of 15% of the amount, multiply this one 15% times the amount. In our table we have amount already, so we need to get the amount in 15%. Remember, this one is given as percentage, so we're supposed to calculate this one and get which amount is this percent. So let us go to our query. We'll try to create this is create, and we go to create design, we add the table, then we close this, then we try to adjust we double click there, then we select everything, then we drag. From there we need to calculate here tax, but what is the formula? We can use the builder to see what is going on in that field. If we want to calculate 15%, 15%, that is 15 out of 100. So 15 divided by 100, that is 15%. Then times, that is multiplication. Then times. Let us bring our table. It's called the employee table. Then we multiply by amount. This is the amount. So from there we click OK, and the calculation is already done. But remember, they said in the question we must save this name after this name does tax, this tax. So let us go and rename this to tax. So here we're gonna put tax and we run our query. So I've created already. This is the tax, and they said this query, we save this query, and they said we're supposed to save this query as a revenue tax. So we must save this query as a revenue tax. So we need to save this one as a revenue tax. So from there, then we click OK, and I think that is done. Then let us try to see other question. Other question, they said create another query from revenue tax query that will return employees net pay in renew paid net pay. Save it net pay, not net pay is amount minus tax. So they've already given us the formula, so we don't need to do anything. We just go there, we create a full query, and we write this formula, it will be done. So from there we go to create design or create wizard. We can maintain a simple query. We choose, they said, from the query called revenue query, then we take all the field, then we click next, then we leave it there. So here they said we name this query as net pay. We save this one as net pay. We save this query as net pay, so we supposed to save this one as net pay query. So from there we modify. I think we modify because we're gonna calculate to get net pay. From there, let us create a new field here, and we use builder to form up that function. So we're gonna go to our database and we bring table, not table, it is query. I think query, that query is called revenue query. Then the field, these are the fields in revenue query, but they said, and from the question they said amount minus tax, so we should look for the amount, then minus tax. These are field. So from there we click next, okay, then we rename this one as net pay. I think we should rename this one as net pay. So net pay, I think that is done. Then we run the query, run that query, and we see. So this one is the net pay. We have done that one also. Then another thing, they said create a form from the above query, include the date and then with the foot of your name and name on your form. Save it as net pay form. So the other is two commands. So let us create let us close this. Yes, we need to close to save that query. It was called, that query was called net pay. I think this one the query. So let us create a form from that net pay. No, let me use query wizard, form wizard. So form wizard, then we need to select where do we want to form a form from. They said to form a query from net pay, then we select all the field, then next, then we should let us use Chrome now, then next, the title we just put form. From there, then we modify because a lot was given the question to be added there. The first thing they said we add date and time. The next thing they said we should add the footer of our name. So let us use this command. We label to add our footer. So and the number, maybe this is my number. So then they said another part of this part, they said we add written, they said we footer statement that is done name as a foot as a footer that is done, then add two commands button. So here we come here, so from here we come here and we look for the command button. So you just come here and search. If you don't know the exact button, command button, just come here and search. You see the name, you can see the names. If you don't know the exact one, we're looking for, you come here, you will be able to see the screen tip telling you what you're clicking on. So command button is this one. So when you click there, you'll be able to draw a command button. If you release, you'll be having this prompt. So a prompt, it's like a link. A command is like a shortcut. A command button is like a shortcut. Instead of going through a procedure to do something, you just click on that button to simplify work for you. So you must link that command to the operation you want to do, or to act as a shortcut. Let us maybe choose form operation. Then I would like to close the form using that command. Then I click next. Then I think I don't need this. I think I close the form, and I choose text. Text to, then next command button. Then I can name it close button, close, just close. Then click finish. So here it will be closing my form. So another button, I can come here and add another, because they say they do a button. So this one is another button. Record the operation. I can use record operation. Okay, let me add new, or save record. I can use save here. Save, I can choose text, save, then I say save. So finish. So from there, I think everything is done. I'll just save. From there, then I close this button. I close that form. Then I click on that form to see whether it's working. So if I want to close, instead of clicking here, I can click here and close. So that was a shortcut to maybe instead of going and you don't know where to save, just a shortcut on your phone to simplify work for you. I was trying to explain this, that a command is like a shortcut. So if I want to save, if I want to close, I just click, I close there, or if I want to close, I can just click on this button, it will close this form. So those are buttons that act as a shortcut, nothing too much there. So another thing, they said create a query to display those with no amount values, save it as valueless. So they want us to go to our axis and we navigate, or we ask, like creating a query that is asking question through this data, and we see a query that can return the records or personnel with no value. We can see in this table, we can see here and nothing. So we want to pull out these guys with know what amount. So let us go to our axis and we see So we go to create, then we go to create a design, then from there we add table, then from there we we select every field, then we can bring this so that we can see what we are going to write. Under criteria, you come here, you can use builder to see what you're going to write there, or you can use here under criteria, just click where the correct field, then put under criteria, write what you're supposed to write. So to our question, according to our question, we are answering those with nothing, so we would like to return those with blank amount, so they don't have an amount. So when you want to return something which is blank in access, you just write this word null, so it will return for you what you want. So null, then run your query. You can see these are the personals or records with no values. So that is what we term as validacy query. So this is when you open this, they said we'll save it the validate. So when you open, you can see these are the personals. Then the next part, they said party F, create a query to display a post of engineer, finance and technician. So we would like to create a query to display only these posts. So we only want to see engineer, finance and technician. So we'd like to create that query that can display such. So you go to create query. For me, I will use design, then I will add this table, then I will select, I close first this one, then I select the entire fields, then I make sure they are there. So from there I can come here under post field, then under criteria, then I should do right there what we call a expression, or I use operator that can pull out only technician according to the question, technician, finance and the engineer. So I would like to use something that can pull out. So if I want to combine a multiple text in access, I can only there's multiple ways, there are different ways, various ways, but for me the easiest way is to use in that you can combine everything, text those in that kind, and can bring the answer. So since I'm gonna write something which is gonna take a lot of space, then let me use builder to see what I'm gonna write there. So I'm gonna use in, then I open the bracket, then I write what they told me to see. They want to see this finance, and they want to see technician, finance and engineer. So from there I close the bracket, then I click OK, then I run the query. So you can see we can only see technician, engineer and what finance. So that is the function in to bring out multiple texts together. So that is the query. They said we save it post, we save that query as post, so we save that as post. So you can just save it as post and continue. So that is what you can do from there. So from there, let me go to another question, and we see another question. They said create a query returning all the posts excluding the technician, save it as an exclusion. So we want to create a query that will exclude all the posts except we don't want to see it. The question is very simple. They say we create a query that return all the posts excluding the technician. So we don't want to see technician, we want to see the rest. So that is the query we're gonna maybe try to build. So we select our table, let us use table, yes, employee table. This is the table we want, so let us close this one we double click all the fields, then we select. Then from there, under post, we want to make sure we don't want to see technician. So what you can do, just use these operators, greater than, less than, or greater than. If you combine these two operators, you just type what they don't want to see. So this operator will just exclude what you type after this. So whatever you type there, it will be excluded. You will not be able to see it in your query. So this operator just help us to exclude, to eliminate, to cut what you don't want to see. This is the operator that you can use. So I will rate the correct SP for technician and technician. So the correct SP as it is written in the table. So when you just run your query. So when you come under post, you cannot see, you will not be able to see these technicians. It will be eliminated since we excluded by using double operators, greater than or greater than. So that is the function of those operators, to exclude or terminate, or to cut out the what you don't want to see. So from there, they told us to save this query as a exclusion. So when you save it, exclusion will not be able to see technician. Another question is, they said create another query that will filter members born during 1996. So 1996, they want specifically those members who were born in 1996 and after 2004. So there are two things there: 1996 and after 2004. So what we can do there is, let us go and create a query. There are two things there: 1996 exactly, then 2004, after 2004. So it implies that those who were born 1996 exactly, 1999 exactly, and those were born after 2004. So the first thing, we first look for cater those who were born 1996, and we first see this one. After, we should rate also that another operator that can help us to see those who were born in the maybe after the 2004. So let us go there and we create a query code from design. Then from this table, employee table, we add that table. So from there, we add everything there, we take. Then from there, what we can do here, under date of birth, under criteria, remember we have two criteria of two things to cater: those who were born 1996 and those after 2004. So 1999, let us first cater for that one. So we can use builder to see clearly what we are gonna write there. So from there, let me use builder. I'll use a function called date part. The reason why I'm using date part is that I want to extract the exact year code 1999 as it was said in the question. Those who are born 1999. So we want to extract part 1999 only. So from there, let us use date part. If we want to extract a certain part in your date, either month or date or year, you use that part. So after using that function date part, you tell the access which part you want to extract. So we know very well that when you want to extract a year, we use y. Y represent 4 years. So we write year y 4 times. We put in the quotation because they are what text. We put comma, then we say we want years, but we want years you get it from a database under a table called employee table, then take from date of birth, then close this bracket. You just close the bracket, but make sure when you are pulling the year, pull equal, you pull this exact year. I don't want to say other years. I just want you to pull for me 1996. So this is the year, this is the which field they are gonna look for, this is the exact what I want. So I click OK, it will be written there. So that is the first criteria. But remember, the question went ahead and said and after 2004. After 2004, after, it's very easy. Oh, so another criteria we put below it. Say after I think it's greater than. After greater than. So greater than 2004. It's like 30. First, we know the 31st is the last date in a year. So December is the last month in the year. So we don't want to see 2004. So after, it means we don't want to see 2004. That is how we can read it. So we can run and we can see. So we can only see those who are born after. My criteria is not working for what I don't run. I'm not seeing 99. Yes, I can see 2004, 2003, 2009, 2004. It's excluded, but let me go to my table and see. So we can see 2009 and 1999. We want to see this one. We don't want to see 1999. We are not seeing there. Let us go to this screen to see 1999. Yes, we are not seeing there. So let us go to date, but this criteria. We go to design view and we see what went wrong to this criteria. So we go here and we edit this. Let me just remove this cosine. I'll try to run. Okay, I'll try to run. Let me run. Yes, 1990, because there are two cosine. You cannot have two cosine in the expression. So 1999, you can see exactly 1999. Here we have this, and after 2004, you can see this basically has proved that what we wanted. So the thing was very easy. Let me take you back to design view and we see what we used. So under this is the expression we used. So we pulled out, we used that function called date part to pull out a year, then from which field, this is the field date of birth, then which year you want is goes to 1999. That is the expression we want. If you want to pull out a month, you just write here M. If you want to pull out date, here instead of Y, use M, instead of Y, use day if you want to pull out certain days. So that is how we can use date part as a function in Access. So that is what we used. So I think this one is very simple. Greater than, we don't want to say those who are born in 2004 block. So that is it. When you run, you can see that one. They said we save this query. You save this query as. Let me close this. Yes, we want to save this query as. Yeah, they said we save it. Yeah. So let us go and check the name. Yes, they said we save it here. So that is the name of the query they wanted. So from there, you can close. So let us go to another question. They said create a parameter query basing on a post, save it as parameter. So how do we create a parameter? A parameter is like you create a query that to see the details. It will prompt you to enter a certain post because we are gonna create a parameter, a query depending on post. So our parameter is like a limitation. You must give something to get to see or to go to the next level. So to view our data, we are gonna put a limitation so that you enter a certain post so that you can view our data. That is a parameter. Parameter is just a limitation to view certain things. You first enter the required maybe what they set for. So that is parameter. Let us go to our access and we see how can we create, or can we set a parameter, or how can we maybe deal with parameter. So let us take all the fields. I think this one, I think so gonna be our day things, taking from what field. From there we should do come here under post, and we would like to set a perimeter. So perimeter, we set it by using what you call square bracket. So when you put square bracket, put what you want someone, what can be reflected as a text, what you can, maybe a direction to someone, what is supposed to put so that he can view your data. So to me, I'm setting the perimeter according to the post. So I will say please enter a post, then put square bracket, then run your query. So run your query, so that we can see what we have said. We must put something like a post. So if I put technician, I'll only see technician a post, since we created a parameter on post. So you can see, if you open, let me save this query, let me save it. I said parameter, we save it as parameter. So if you go here and query, where's parameter, let me close this one, and query parameter, where is parameter? Here. So if you open it, and it will prompt your race to enter certain post, please enter a post. So what is the logic there? How to create a parameter? Parameter is just you use square bracket. You just use a square bracket to create, and what you put inside is that text you want someone to see, or a direction that can someone follow to in order to view data. So here I wrote something, please enter a post. So if I want to see programmer, I can just say programmer. I think programmer. Make sure you read the correct SP which is in the table, so you can see programmer. If I put program, I can able to see detail for programmer. Let us go to another question. They said create a query to calculate age of all employees who earn a salary less than this 50,000. So we're gonna create a query to calculate the age of all employees who earn a salary less than 50,000. So we save the our query as this. So from there we go to our access. We're gonna create a query from the table. We make sure we add the table, we close, then we select all the fields, then we take them here, then we can able to build our criteria. The first thing they said, we first calculate, we need to calculate age of all employees who earn less than. So the first thing, we need to calculate age, because since we are not having any field showing age, we need to have come up with age here and as a new field. So when you want to calculate a new field, a calculated field, click where there is space, then go to builder, then render the function. So to calculate the age, you're gonna use a function called date diff. So this one, it will give you a date, a age. If you want to calculate age, you're gonna use date diff. So what we want to calculate is age, and age is here. So we're gonna write years 4 times. So we want comma. So from there, we're gonna bring which field we're gonna use to calculate from our database, a table called employee table, then field is called date of birth, then comma, then we want to this date to be subtract from the current date so that we can know what is their age now. So we'll come here, go to this word common expression, then here there is a word called current date. Click on the current date, you will be able to see this, then close the bracket that you closed the first bracket which was open before, then click OK. Come here and maybe delete this word and put maybe age. I think age. Let us, because since you are calculating the age, let us put age as a field name. So we run our query, we can see age there, it is there. But remember the question said, does save calculate the age, the query create a query to calculate the age of all employees who earn a salary of less than, so who earn a salary that amount of less than 50. So we're gonna use this, we're gonna write a criteria and amount less than 50 so that we can only see those ages that get this less than this. So let us go to our create this query. We go to design, we have not finished, and amount criteria we should rate there less than 50,000. I think that is it. Then we click away 50,000, I think. Then let us run the query. I think these are the people that earn less than. We wrote something different. We are supposed to rate less than, we wrote greater than. So I'm sorry, this is greater than, I'm supposed to rate less than. This is the symbol for less than, I think. Then let me run the query. I can see this is the people that earn less than. So we save this query as, they told us to save this query as age with this. So that is what we are supposed to and to save. So we should remove this symbol is not allowed there, and maybe this. So that is it. So let us go to another question. They said create a report showing all records of posts with posts in ascending order, tabular layout in tabular, then layout in portrait, then include your name as footer and heading of your choice, then in the header, then save this report as employee report. So let us create a report showing all the records from the table, but we make sure the post is in ascending order and the tabular layout in portrait. So let us go to our access and we create a report from wizard. Then we gonna take, this is the table they wanted to use, then we take everything because they say we show all the records. So next, that is, let us leave this because they've not told us to group anything there. They talked about order to be in ascending, but they said post to be post. We select the post should be in ascending. So next, so if, because our question said the post record with post in ascending, we select the post. Here we select the post in ascending. If we want descending, you come here and click the post will be in descending, but they said ascending. So that is the sorting they wanted. So they said it's supposed to be in tabular and portrait. That is okay, by default it's okay. We click next. Then they said we term this one as the employee report and report. So that is it. Then we're gonna modify because we want to put they said we add our name as footer and the heading of our choice. So let us go to, we modify so that we can go to design view so that we can put some adjustment. So first of all, I can change the report, the heading to according to my own choice. So employee report, maybe I can put, that is it, it can work. So you can change to put what you want, or maybe I can just put change something like a meeting board. Then I can change even the character red. Then what else I can do? I can even change what else? Redis. Or I can change even the font to be your black. Then what is? So that is it. Let us leave that one. So they said to put a photo of our name, so we create space here, then we go to report design, under controls, then you go for label, click in label, you'll see your cursor changing like that. Then you drag and create a text box where you can type something. Create a box where you can type something. That is not a text box, it is a label. So we just put our name there. So from there, maybe name, that's it. So from there, that is it. I think that is the question we wanted. So we save the changes. Where is that report? Where is the report? And the report here, this is the report. So this is it. You can see what we've changed and our photo here. So we can see these are no hash because they're showing us that they made the space is not wide enough. We can adjust it. We go to report, right click, and we go to design view, so that we can adjust and we can be able to see. So let us make sure and we reduce this one ID. I think we reduce, we take back this name. We are just organizing. We're supposed to we select this and we take back. We can even reduce this. We select this. We take back. We can increase this one because this one is not, we are not able to see it properly. So let us close this one. So we can select even amount, we take it back, we can adjust so that we can see them. Take it back here, increase. So let us save the changes, Control S, then we can even go to home and change the view, and we see report view out, so we can see everything properly. Now let us go to another question. They said using that the above report to add a field actual age and determine their actual age. So here we're gonna add a new field, a calculated field here. So we have the field post what we want to add a calculated field here. So let us create even small space. Let us take this to design view, this report, exact report. So we're gonna make adjustment here. Post, come here, space, we want a space, we want ID, come here. We want to create a space for a new field here. Name, come there, sexy, that is gender, come here. Then date of birth, come here. Then amount, come here. So here in the space, we're gonna create a new field, a calculated field. So this is the question. They said, given that this is the part. They said, using the above report, add a field, actual age, and determine their actual age. So it implies that we're gonna use this here, report of ours we just created, and we're gonna modify it by putting there a calculated field. So how do we create a calculated field in a report or a form? The same procedure. So in form and report with the same procedure. So just code just there and that's the steps. So this is the way how we can add a captured field in a report or a form. Right click this field, this report, put it in design view, so that this is where we can do all these things. This is the report header where I put headings. Page header, this is where the headings of all the field names where where they're supposed to be. These details where we go, these details, this one post represent technician, what I represent the actual content, name represent the actual name of that person, this one represent the actual female or male, this is date of birth, the actual number of that birth, this is the actual amount. So this one they post what ID, what this is the heading. So just understand, page header where headings are, details the actual details, then footer where if you want to add a footer or date what. So when you are creating a captured field, this is what you for a captured field. First of all, you first create a label up to hold your heading or a field name. So go to your control, go to label, draw their label, and they told us to put there the word actual age. So click away, make sure that it is in the same line with the other headings. So make sure you use arrow key and put to align it properly. So this is how we can do it. Make sure it is aligned properly. Just understand, use a label to hold your heading. You can even make it big if you are not satisfied. Okay, so this is done. Then what you want to put is the details part. This detail part, remember this report is it is divided differently. Section is, we have headers for page what, this is the headings, this is the details. So we want to go to headings, but here we want to do calculation so that we can come up with the actual age. So when you want to do calculation, come to your control. Instead of using the label, this time where you want to do calculation, use called a text. A text hold the real content, a label hold the heading. So that is the difference. So here we're gonna use this text box because we're gonna do calculation there, so that we can get what we call actual age. So use a text box, click on text box, click on that, then draw here. So when you draw a text box, it will come with a text box number. So first click on that text box, delete that one, use this one having the word unbound. So when you have that unbound, select it, make sure you select it, then go to property sheet, click on the property sheet, you go to data, then from there come here on the corner, you are seeing the 3 dots, click on the 3 dots, it will take you exactly to expression common over expression builder. So here it will give you a value, or it will give you a freedom to do your calculation from here by selecting what you want. So here what we do, we use a function that can turn or that can bring a date age. So we know very well that if we want to calculate age in Access, we use date diff. So we're gonna use the diff to calculate age. So we say when we are dealing with age, you write y4 times, then make sure you close quotation, then from there you select from here you select date, the actual field you want to use. Here we want to date, this is the date, this is the actual date. No, we can get it from here, and let us select it from here. Here we have date of birth, this is the date of birth we are using in the table. But remember, we don't want that one of label is a heading, we just want real date, this is the quantity. So select that one, then comma, come here to common expression, then select current date, Then make sure you close the bracket view, open first, then click OK, save the changes. First click away, cancel that one, then save the changes. After there, go to your report view and you can able to see the actual edge here. This is how we can add what we call saturated field. You can see the heading and the actual edge. Then another part, they said given that the total amount of the to be paid is 91,000, calculate the balance for the members in a new field named as balance. So we're gonna create another new field called balance using a query. So we're gonna create a query and we create a new field called what balance. So we go to create tab, then we go to credit design, then we can select the table, employee table, we close, we select all the fields, we add the fields, then we bring it here. From here, then we go here, we want new space where we can do calculation from. We go to builder to get a free space where you can rate your finger and get it. So they said we want to get a field called balance, but remember the question said given that the total amount to be paid is this one, this is the total amount, so this is the total amount minus the amount, then from there we can get the balance. So we're gonna bring this one 91,000 minus the amount, that will be having the difference. So let us write here 91,000, then minus I want to bring the field having the amount. So go to your database, this is the name of your database, this is the table, name of the table is called employee table, then the field you want to subtract from it's called amount, this is the amount. So from there click OK, but make sure you remove this default name, you name it according to your choice. So let us delete this and we put what we want. So make sure don't touch on this semicolon, leave there semicolon there, but just remove the word and run your query. You will be able to see your balance. So that is how we can do calculation. So they said we save that query as a balance. So let us go and save that query. Let us save the query as a balance. Yes, we can save it and we make it we save this query as balance. So that is how we can do it. So let us close. So if you want to view it, we'll go here and look for balance and you can be able to see what you have done. We create a query, the last part. Let's answer this last part. Create a query to filter out those members with a post ending with the letters ER and name it ending ER. So we're gonna create another query. They said we create a query that filter out those members with a post ending with the letter letters ER. So they want to filter out members with the post having ER at the end. So let us bring out that in existence. We can go to our access and we go to credit design, then we can add the table. We close this part and we make sure we select the entire field, then we take all the field here. From there we can make it big. Here we can just adjust the distance so that you can see under post here where we want to write our expression or our criteria. So from there we say we want to see members with ER at the end. So we're gonna open quotation because we are dealing with text. We bring a symbol for which stands for anything before this hash and this star stand for anything. Then we bring the letter D towards us, ER. So it implies that is standing for anything, any letter, any characters. It's standing for all characters that is before ER. So since we want ER at the end, we just close our quotation and we run our query and let us see what we gonna get. So we can see only ER at the end will come. So I think that is the end of that question. Thanks for watching. And God bless you.